Some amazing news to report. Family-based petitions at USCIS are now being processed much faster. What is USCIS doing to reduce the backlogs and make these petitions go faster? Let's talk about it and give you some predictions for 2024. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is where we explain complex immigration matters in short, simple videos. In this video, we'll share with you some amazing news about I-130 petitions being processed much faster and what is USCIS doing to reduce the backlogs on their end. This is important information because it's going to impact your cases moving to 2024. I'll show you how to check the processing times of I-130 petitions, whether you're filing for a sibling, a spouse, a green card holder, or any children under the age of 21. And also we'll see how long it's taking for each of these petitions to be processed at the moment at USCIS. Before we do that, if you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, whether it's a family petition, brother or sister or spouse, you know what to do. Send me a text, 619-483-4549. And if you're calling from overseas, go to this website, www.immigrationasap.com, put your name and phone number, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible, no matter where you are in the world. Now let's jump into the video. I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I-130 petitions are now being processed much faster than previous months. I'll go over how to check the processing times of each of these I-130 petitions. I'll show you how we do this and how you can check those cases as well. But let's first, what is USCIS doing to reduce these backlogs and cause faster processing of these petitions? In an effort to reduce the 9.5 million case backlog that USCIS is facing from the beginning of the year, they've implemented new internal time cycle goals that they started already doing that in early spring. They call them cycle times. They are internal metrics that USCIS is using to process different petitions. And by implementing these internal metrics, USCIS said that it's going to help them stay accountable, but also realize that some petitions are going to take longer than others and find ways to cut those processing times, make them much more reasonable, allowing the applicant manageable expectations, knowing more or less when their petitions will be adjudicated. So for example, if you go to work permits like I-765 and travel documents like I-131, they set metrics to process those cases in 3 months or less. And we can see that since spring, now we are almost at the end of the year, they've reached many of these goals and many of these applications are being processed faster. In other petitions, they allowed premium processing, allowing applicants to pay extra fees to process their cases faster, and they've expanded premium processing since the spring to now, and they've expanded premium processing since spring to allow more applications to be able to use that faster way to adjudicate them. However, I-130 petitions are not available for premium processing, and depending on which category you're filing under, these petitions take years to process, and applicants are frustrated and waiting in line to get their cases adjudicated. If you're not an immediate relative of a U.S. citizen, your I-130 is going to be subject to a certain processing times, which is not like a regular I-130. Regular I-130 may take less than a year if you're filing for a spouse or a parent of a U.S. citizen. Other petitions take much longer, and we'll show you when we check the processing times why it's taking so long. Right now, USCIS is tackling this, and they're processing cases much faster by hiring more caseworkers and trying to digitize a lot of these applications, encouraging applicants to file their petitions online. So let me show you how to check the processing times of your application. You're going to go to this website right here. It's on the screen. We click on the I-130 petition, and let's go to U.S. citizen filing for a brother or sister. We can choose, for example, the California Service Center. Click on processing times, and now you can see it's 46 months and a half. This changes, but you can see it's almost 4 years now for processing these applications. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you an idea, and you can check again depending on where your case is filed, but it's an average of that, how long it's going to wait, but it's an average of how long you're going to have to wait for this I-130 to be processed, to be approved, and then once it's approved, you have to wait for the priority date to become current before your relative can immigrate. So let's compare these numbers, the wait times of I-130s, for example, from previous month, from November. F1 category, unmarried sons or daughters of US citizens. In November, I-130 processing was about 4.3 years. In December, it went down to 4 years. Now it's a small reduction, but it's something. As I mentioned to you before, you will see much faster movement as we go to January, February, and March of 2024. Category F2A, spouses of green card holders and children under 21. It took 3.2 years for this I-130 forms to be processed. In December, it dropped to 2.8 years. Again, it's still a long time, but it's definitely faster. F2B category, unmarried sons or daughters of green card holders. In November, the processing of I-130 was 4.5 years, and now in December, you can see that it's 4.2 years. Again, small reduction, but it is a reduction. F3 category, married sons of daughters of US citizens.